Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to be with you here in beautiful Venice. Maybe we could begin with a brief introduction to this incredible film, Green Border. What can people expect when they watch it?
Thank you so much for your words. You know, for us it's a very emotional and very personal, let me say, statement. Of course, it's a feature film, not documentary, and it's art, but I believe that sometimes in art we have more powerful tools to open minds and hearts than just when we inform, because people in these days, people are sometimes very tired about so many sad informations. So when you show the story, when you tell the story, it's much, in my opinion, and I hope that sometimes people can not only know how it looks like, know about the situation, but also empathize, because they with the people in such a horrible circumstances, because the audience could be closer to them.
I would say almost the same thing. So I think that you are feeling the same thing when you see things. Sometimes you're identifying yourself with the character, and so you can feel it. And art gives us this tool to feel it.
And Agnieszka, as a filmmaker, she seems one of these sort of bold directors who's not afraid to get right to the heart of some of the most pressing issues, going on in contemporary society or dark periods of history. And she does it in a very fearless way. There's such urgency. So were you always a fan of hers? And how did you feel when you read the script?
Yeah. To tell you the truth, I admire her. I have a huge respect, because she's brave and wise in stance against violence, discriminations. She does it through her movies, through her art, but also, let me say, as a public person, especially in Poland in these days, she's really brave, and she also speaks up. She never afraid. She's and for me it's really touching, because to be honest, I share her perspective. I share her what she believes, and for me I was extremely happy. I worked with Agnieszka. It's our second movie a few years ago. Not few, 10 years ago, something like that. And I really admire her. I've got a huge respect how amazing artist she is, but also as a public person. In Poland, we really need brave people who are ready to speak up, because we've got so many problems, like in all EU, of course. But with treating people on the Polish-Belarusian border, with treating women, we've got a problem with the human rights. We've got absolutely horrible abortion, issues, and how our government treats LGTB plus community. So it's very important to not to be scared, but just speak up. So yes, I was happy, and the script was touching for me, also because my personal experience, because I'm involved with humanitarian response on Polish-Belarusian borders since very beginning. I took part of humanitarian interventions as a volunteer of Grupa Granica. So yeah, for me it was something absolutely exceptional.
Okay, and yes, for me too. And what is important for me also is that I'm a woman, she's a woman, and we're talking about women's rights too in this movie. And she's a woman between all the patriarchate of the filmmakers, and she is speaking out. And also my character is a woman, a lone woman from Afghanistan, passing through this by smugglers to this border. And she showed that too, to you can see people, women, braveness, courage, to just live and find their own rights, human rights, women's rights.
And that was going to be my next question, actually. You know, thinking obviously like on opposing sides, you know, as characters in different positions, let's say, but it is so female-centric. You know, most of the key characters are women, and there's something very specific about that, and the strength and power and resilience that comes through is really, really poignant, I think.
Yeah. You know, Agnieszka and us, we are feminists, so yes, that's always her point of view. But yes, and let me say, in any NGOs, I work with many of them. You, of course, it sounds funny, but yes, women, you know, that's true, that's how it looks like. And in the Grupa Granica, same situation, yes, yes. Sometimes we very have backpacks, you know, when you've got soups, clothes, medical aid. It's really heavy. It's really heavy when you have to spend a few hours in the dark forest. Sometimes we turn off our lights to be invisible. And of course, in the forest, it's a crazy situation that in normal circumstances, you think it's normal to call to the border guards for help in these times, because it could be danger of pushbacks without any proper procedures. You trying to be invisible for them. That's crazy. But yes, I agree. It's a very, very feminist point of view.
Yes.
I love it.
I'm sorry.
And I can say also, I want to add, I'm originally coming from Iran, and you have these brave women in Iran going out without unveiled, because they don't want to submit themselves to this cruelty and injustice.
I'm out of time, but just very quickly, you know, it is so harrowing to watch, and there's such authenticity. You are right there in those swamps, in those woods, and it's really, really quite difficult to watch at times. But there's something very important about that, and you're right there with those people, and hopefully it will change people's minds, and that's more important now than ever with the current situation with asylum seekers, even particularly the UK.
We had long shots, and we had the freedom to do whatever we felt at this moment. And what was crazy, it was that we were at the same time, and I'm talking about you too, talking about people at the same time living these horrified situations. And
in real danger.
In real danger.
Yes. For example, when we shooted our scene on swamps in the middle of the night, of course for us it was hard, but at the end we've got a hot tea, blankets. We are applauding each other for what we did, and we were happy and conscious that in the same time people are in the real danger in swamp, in danger of sunk. Waiting for help, might not respond. So that was devastating. But I hope a lot about this movie and audience reacts.
Yeah, and the changing the look at the refugees.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all that with me. I really enjoyed studying the film here in Venice. Thank you.